everyone, hello sunshine. It is back. It is all about me, for you, and you, and you, and especially you and you. Thank you for taking time out to watch All About Me for You. Motivation, innovation, inspiration from Tony Taylor. Now, if you haven't guessed by now, I'm sure you know by the entrance, the early warm-up, the introduction, what is this message going to be about today? You ask, Oh, you think you know? Tell me. You're right, it's about friends. Well done. So let's get it started. There's Phoebe, there's Rachel, there's Chandler, there's Ross, there's... Oh. Sorry, not those friends. But if I was, speaking of those, I guess it'd be, oh my God, how you doing, smelly cat? But it's not about those friends today. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about some special friends. And one special friend in particular. Now, do something with me right now. I think I probably ask you this every other video perhaps, but it's a pretty cool experience. So we're going to go back in time today. Oh no, that sounds pretty exciting. We're going to go back to the year, well, it's going to be different for each person. So we're going to go back to our 5th year here on Earth, when we were 5. Now I know for some of you that might feel like a long time ago, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't discriminate against my viewers' ages. Believe me, this is for everyone. Everyone needs to hear these messages. Wait. Are you telling me that you're 5 years old and watching this right now, so you can't go back to when you're 5 years old because you already are 5 years old? I only have one concern on that. How in the world did you hack into your parents' computer or tablet to be able to get onto YouTube to watch this video? That's just only my concern. However, this is an okay video for you to watch. So, I will say, I commend you. I give you a thumbs up. 5-year-olds still do that? Thumbs up? I give you a thumbs up. I approve this message for you to watch, that is. Now, anyway, I highly doubt that I have any viewers that are actually 5 years old right now. But, okay, come back with me. We're back in time. We're 5 years old, right? Picture this. Remember how easy it was to make a friend in when you were 5? I can imagine it was probably something like this. Bear with me on the voices, might be a little different. Hi, my name is Billy, and my favorite color is blue. Oh, no way. My name is John, and my favorite color is blue. High five, we're best friends. Right? It was that easy. You had a favorite color, you had a favorite food, you had something in common. It had nothing to do with the color of your skin, nothing to do with how ridiculous your hair might have been because your parents do your hair weird when you're 5. It doesn't matter. You had a common bond there. It was a favorite color, blue. So you're friends. So you do everything together when you're 5 in kindergarten, because that's when school really begins. I know there's preschool, but this is school. Does that make any sense? School? Okay, well go with me. So think about that. You're 5 years old. You go to recess together. You sit by each other at lunch. You do everything together. You say, oh, girls have cooties, or boys have cooties, or whatever it is. You do when you're 5. Believe me, it's been a while since I was 5. Still act like it sometimes, but I'm not 5 anymore. But let's fast forward a little bit, just thinking of all that stuff you did together. So let's fast forward 5 more years. So you're 10 now. Okay, so now you're in 5th grade, perhaps, and you're thinking of, oh, it's almost middle school. I'm almost done with this early young school, and I'm going to middle school. So you've had preschool, you've had school, if you stay within my wording here, school, and then you have middle school. So you're almost to the top, right? You're getting ready for 6th grade, and this friend of yours, the friend that you had the same favorite color or same favorite food or whatever you had in common, you're still friends with him. Maybe now you've started picking on their little brother or their sister, and then that's the way you have stuff in common because as older. So then they're the ones that are in kindergarten or whatever. So there's that. You still like the same food, you still like the same color, you're looking forward to 6th grade, you're thinking, oh, I get a locker, I get a combination, I get a pin number. Well, I actually get a pin number for lunch, I think, in elementary school. But either way, you get excited, you're getting excited for 6th grade, for that next level with that friend. But what happens? Possibly that friend moves or switches schools, and you're at a loss because this friend you've grown up with is going elsewhere. But you try to keep that bond going as you go into middle school. So all these things still have in common. You're still doing recess together. You're getting ready for the next school year together. That girl still has cooties. That boy still is looking at me funny. Whatever the case is, you're still friends with that person. You still have that common bond. Nothing is deterring that. Nothing's changing that. Okay, let's fast forward 5 more years. Now you're 15. You're in high school. This is where things start to change. Maybe that friend that liked the color blue, now his favorite color is pink. Or that friend that's favorite food was pizza, now is wearing skinny jeans. Time out, let me give a little disclaimer. I don't like skinny jeans. I'm not knocking anybody that wears them. I just know they're not for me. I'm just going to put it that way. But anyway, so maybe they start going else. They start hanging out with a different crowd. Maybe they have a different group of friends that aren't like you anymore, and suddenly Billy and John, who just had that common bond of liking blue, now are separated because this friend is cooler and this person is going to go out and they're going to do ding dong ditch. Do people still do that? Sorry if that reference went way over your head, because I don't know if kids still do that. But think of that. So there's Johnny who's going one way and Billy's going the other way. And you're thinking, but we had the same favorite color. We had this. I could talk to you about anything. And now you're with them? You were the shoulder I could cry on. Now you're talking to them? I was there for you when your grandfather passed away. But now you're with them? See, there's all these troubles that might happen where somebody was always there for you and now maybe they're going elsewhere. Maybe now they're going to a different school. Or maybe now they don't see you the same way. You don't have anything in common anymore. It's not common to just have a favorite color and that's what instantly connects you as friends, right? But there's got to be more to that. There's got to be more substance to a friendship. You want that with a friend, and then that friend goes that way, and you think, what did I do wrong? You try to blame yourself for what you did wrong, but you did nothing wrong. If you're trying to figure out, if Billy's going that way and Johnny's going that way, why can we not come back to where we were? That's what happens as we grow up, right? We mature and all those things. And different friends come in, and I know often I hear friendship is the only ship that cannot sink. I know that's a very cheesy line, but I've heard it said. I probably wrote it in many, many senior yearbooks. I'll admit that. However, just continue to think of how your friends continue to grow. So let's fast forward to when we're 20, okay? Let's think when we're 20 years old. Now we're at a point where we're 2-3 years fresh out of high school, and let's say you keep Billy and John in this example. Let's say, Billy's been going to school. He graduated top of his class. Valedictorian, is on his way to college. But then there's Johnny, who was following that pack and kind of got influenced of school is overrated, or I don't think it's for me, and just completely goes the wrong path. Completely doesn't think about education, gets himself involved in the wrong crowds, falls into a dark, dark place. And Billy's at the top of the world, as society would think. Valedictorian, like I said, got a full ride scholarship to some college. What's going to happen? The true test of the friendship is going to be, is he still going to stand up for Johnny for the road that he's chosen? You need somebody that you can count on at all times. Somebody that you could cling to through all your best times, all your worst times, your difficult times, your sad, no matter what. Somebody that was there. But sometimes friends go in different directions. And something happens in the middle that we lose it. Whether they're going with the wrong crowd and you just don't condone it, but you still have to be there for that friend. You may not condone what they do, but that friendship that you started when you were 5 with the high five, my favorite color is blue, that connection was there. Go back to that. Find that center point. Now, the point I really want to drive home today, it's so, so big. And hence why the name of this video is Say Hello to My Not So Little Friend. Now, I know it's a play on Scarface, and you probably may have had your head in the gutter, but keep it out of there because that's not where I'm going. I think you know where this message is going now. I was thinking about it for the longest time. If only we could have a friend that would be there at hard times, be there at difficult times, be there at our best moments when we're on cloud 9 and they're still there. Or as tough as it would be to watch somebody pass away that's close to us. If only we had a friend that was there with an encouraging word at any time we needed it, that we could just turn to that person. If only there was a friend that would never leave. If only there was a friend that we could always count on, no matter what we do. If we were in that dark side of our world, if we were with the wrong crowd, or if we were on the top of our class, if only there was a friend that didn't care who we are or what we do, would love us no matter what. If only there was a friend that could do that. If only there was a person out there. Well, let me tell you about my best friend. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the message hits home. My best friend, and your best friend should be as well, is Jesus. What better person to turn to than Jesus? There through your best times, there through your worst times, at the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, no matter how far away you are from God, He's there, always waiting for you to turn back to Him with open arms. It says in the Bible, which is God's true word. So you want encouraging words. You want something to always turn to for an encouraging word. There's a whole book full of fiery rage, excitement, joy, compassion, praise, right here in this book, the one, the only Holy Bible. Correction, it is the one and only Holy Bible, but yes, there are many translations. So that makes it seem like there's more than one Bible. But you know what I'm saying. This is God's true word. In the book of John 15, it says, I no longer call you servants. I call you. Jesus says, I no longer call you servants. I call you friends. Because servants don't know what their master teaches. Jesus wants to be our friend. He's calling out to us every day. Some of us might not hear it. Some of us might be listening to those dark other temptations that this society wants you to do. Give in to sin. All these other things that the evil one wants you to do. It's the whole feeling of the devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other. Jesus is calling you. He's calling you. If you call Him, there will never be a busy signal. You are never on call waiting. Your call is always ready to be received by Him. I'm telling you, there's no greater love than one who gives his life for his friend. That lays his life down for his friends. In the same book, same chapter, Jesus says, no greater love than one that gives his life for his friends. You want to talk about having a friend that would take a bullet for you? Jesus took the cross for you. Talk about friends with benefits. And I know that may sound wrong, but that is a friend with a real benefit. Jesus gave up His life to take your guilt, your shame, your pain, your sorrows, everything, your sin, and took your punishment. No matter what you've done or what you will do, if you give all your life to Him, your cup will overflow with joy, excitement, praise. You want to talk about a cup that's half empty or half full? My cup is overflowing. Is overflowing because He is my best friend. no matter what I'm faced with. My highest of highs, my lowest of lows, my most troubling times where I could curl up in a ball and cry myself to sleep, Jesus is there for my comfort. He is my best friend. That is a friendship that will never end. That is a friendship that I will invest in. You want to talk about friends with benefits. You want to talk about what might be the end of the line for you, because we don't know the number of days that we have on this earth. Only God does. And Jesus says in John 14:6, the only way to my Father is through me. I am the way, the truth, and the life. The way, the truth, and the life. Talk about a red carpet experience. You know, you think when you get older and you have friends that might get connections, they might know a celebrity, they might know an athlete. Oh, we can get in the club for free because we know this guy and this guy knows this guy. The only person you need to really worry about knowing that's going to get your name on the list, when you check a list of, oh, let's see here. Oh, you can come in. You know, the whole red carpet treatment. Jesus is the only way, the truth, and the life. No one comes before the Father except through Him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not begging, but I'm telling you, I'm just encouraging you, if you haven't placed your trust in the Lord, do it now. Get on that list, that VIP list. That when you come up to heaven, when you're faced that final judgment, He can look at the list and say, come on in. Let your eternal life begin. You see, we live and die. Jesus died and lived. What other friend could you possibly think of that would give that much to you when you've done nothing for Him? Imagine that. We've done nothing to deserve that. We've earned a grace that we could never earn. No good works, not all the good charitable things we've done. Nothing we could do could ever duplicate His love. Nothing. There's no Bible verse in here that gives you a second chance after death to accept Christ as your Savior. I'm telling you right now, if you make one choice, it's the best decision you will ever make. I'm taking a pause right now because I'm just so full of emotion and joy because I've got Christ in me. My life verse is Galatians 2:20, and it says, I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. As I walk on this earth, I want to shine so others see Him through me. Not so others see me. I'm not looking for people to say, oh, Tony, you're such a great guy. You've done this, you've done that. I can't take that credit. It's all God who makes my life all good. He is the giver of all good things. He's the definition of good. Anything that we think is good ultimately reflects God. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for taking time to watch this message. This is truth. This is the way. This is the life. This is your choice. Have you accepted that, friend? You haven't. And I'm not saying some kind of Facebook acceptance of a friend that you have mutual friends and you see their news feed and you kind of like their statuses here and there. I'm talking about a fully committed relationship. Committed relationship with Him. That you give all that you have to Him. Again, sacrifice, surrender. Usually are words that make you seem weak. but sacrifice all that you are to all of Him, and He will give you all that and more. This has been all about me. Motivation, innovation, inspiration for you and you and you. Make Jesus your best friend.